going on, my fellow cyberpunks and retro nerds? It's Tommy the Hammer. Welcome to another edition of Neon Trash. Today we're going to be checking out director Park Chan-wook's third entry in his Revenge trilogy. That's right, guys. I'm talking about the last film, Lady Vengeance. He also directed the movies Old Boy and Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. I am a huge fan of his work. His movies are just beautiful and lyrical in their own way, but I've never seen this one. I've been meaning to watch it. Finally picked up a copy for my personal collection. I'm going to go ahead and check it out, guys. Beep that trailer, and when we get back, we're going to be discussing the movie Lady Vengeance a little bit.
우리 금자 너무너무 위대한 작전을 준비 중이거든? 도와줄 수 있지? 죽였어? 아직 바빴어. 맛있는 걸수록 더 따놓는
화장이 그게 뭐야?
친절해 보일 거. 안녕히 가세요.
For me, this was a rather offbeat entry into the Vengeance trilogy. Director Park Chan-wook definitely has a very particular style to his films. The music is just gorgeous, and I thought the soundtrack to this movie was definitely one of its strong suits. In terms of the actual movie, well, Lady Vengeance is definitely more comical and colorful with its overall visual representation, but at the same time, I found that the movie culminated into something a lot more. I was reading online that there is a special edition of this movie called Lady Vengeance Fade to Black and White edition. And according to these reviews, that version of the movie slowly ebbs out the color, starting with a very colorful and bright color palette, and then eventually washes away into a black and white film. Well, personally speaking, guys, I think that's freaking brilliant, and I really would have loved to see that version of this movie, mainly because American audiences, we don't like things to be too offbeat and too weird, although I certainly do. But for most audiences, they like what's palatable, and by releasing this movie entirely in color, well, that makes it palatable to most American audiences. The overall story for this movie is definitely an interesting one. I'd have to say this isn't my favorite out of the entire trilogy, but by the end of the film, I was glad I watched it. I'm certainly glad that I have it in my video collection. This was quite a strange trip and an excellent trilogy of Vengeance films. So if I had to give Lady Vengeance a star count out of 10, I could give it a solid 7 out of 10.